Alright, so good morning, Rick. This is Mehul, and I'm going to present my business in front of you. So, that's my business proposal and everything related to my business. So, the name of my business is Smart Choice Store, and it's presented by me. Perfect, let's go ahead. So, the data for my business was collected from Stats Canada. As we can see over here, there are actually two data sets that were used in my business. For the data, I have used Statistics Canada for both of them. First one is just for retail trade by industry, while the second one includes annual retail trade survey for and financial estimates by the type of store. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so I had to filter my data, so I've used MS Excel for sanitizing my data, and wherever I've used two data sets to create, and I've created four tables by using the two data sets. And I also had to filter the null values and the unnecessary columns. So for all that thing, I've used Microsoft Excel. All right, so let's talk about my business. So actually, I've chosen three options for a business. I've chosen gasoline industry, automotive repair part store, and the food industry as my business considerations. So talking about it, so the motto for my business is the strong belief that people are the people and the relationship with the customer is the main motto for my business. Moving forward, talking about me as a leader in wholesale distributor, my company is committed to provide quality products and services which would be cost effective, and it's gonna enable our company, that's Smart Choice, to excel in serving its customers. Talking more about my company, we believe that our responsibility for our customer satisfaction is not only focused on the sales of our product, but it's rather the relationship that we are building with the customers and the experience that our customer is having by interacting with our organization. So I personally believe in honesty and truth regarding all the transactions and providing products with the highest quality and giving them out at fair prices. So we are going to try to do everything possible to provide an outstanding service in and marketing and providing the products that we are selling, they would be of the best quality ever. Right, let's go forward. Market analysis. As I told earlier that I'm going to analyze three specific industries: automotive repair, food beverage, and gasoline. So let's get into the analysis. And with the analysis for retail trade, I have realized that the top market in Canada for retail trade lies in mostly in just two provinces. It's like Ontario and British Columbia. So when I was looking into the data and when I did an analysis on the data, I found that Ontario, it's a leader in the top three categories. As I said, automobile, gasoline, and food and beverage. British Columbia wasn't that bad, but considering more profit and availability of the product, I chose Ontario. Moving forward, and here the main analysis begins. So firstly, there's retail trade. First, let's look over here at retail trade. So over here, I've created a dashboard. Let me just pull my dashboard up. Okay, so here's my retail dashboard. As you can see over here, there are top 10 industries which I thought would be which I've considered over here for my business. So the maximum profit over here is in the motor vehicle parts dealers, which is all included in the automobile repair. And the second one is food and beverage. And while the third, if we go further down, there's gasoline, which is not making much profit, but still you can see it's at 91.03%. And over, if you can see the future of retail trade over here, like the past, it's from 1992, we can see that it's an upward trend. The business is gonna gain a lot of profit, and it's gonna be a booming business if I choose retail trade as an industry for my business. And these are the provinces, data with the provinces where the how much is the sales per province for each of the stations right here. If you want to go, we can go further. The map over here, you can see specific data for each province. Like you can see Ontario gasoline is that 283,200,338, which is a lot more compared to the other provinces. Moving forward, as I displayed earlier, this is the chart showing top 10 industry which I feel is better for doing business. So this was a chart for retail trade. So let's go back to our slide over here. All right, coming back to the slides, we are here with retail trade. We just talked about it. The next what we are going to talk is the automotive business. Let's go to the dashboard for this. I've used Tableau for all the dashboards, by the way. Okay, so this was for retail trades. It's right here. All right, let's go into presentation mode. Over here, you can see what's the trend line for the automotive business. As you can see, it is also following the upward trend over here, from 111.62 million to 166 million. While what are the estimates for the next years? This is a precision amount which is showing that it may go 18% higher, or it may end up going 16% lower. So it's a risky business, but if you could do it right, you can give a lot of profits. And let's see over here. Actually, this shows for all provinces over here how much total revenue is by the type of store. So there are two types of stores, like chain and non-chain stores. Over here we can see that the profit is specifically for for automotive business. The profit is in non-chain stores. Over here they are gaining huge profits, while chain stores are not gaining much profit. So let me just give you a difference between chain and non-chain stores. So chain stores are the ones like if I give you an example, it would be like McDonald's. Like they have each franchisee, and they gain huge profit by them. But considering automobile, if you have your own store whose owner are you specific, you don't have any owner on top of you, that's a non-chain store. And considering automobile industry, it's better to choose non-chain stores. Let's going forward. Let's go to the slides. All right, so we were looking at the automotive industry over here. The next is the gasoline industry. Let's take a look over here, and let's go to the dashboard for it. Hello, where are you, gasoline? Right here. Perfect. Let me get this into the presentation mode. As we see over here, the first chart shows the profit made by each province, and this is including all the stores. Like there's including chain and non-chain stores. You can see Ontario is making a huge profit, while the other provinces are pretty far away from the profit what Ontario is making. You can see the trend line for gasoline. This seems a bit of risky. It's going downward, but in the next few years it seems like it's gonna go up, and there's a high risk that it may end up going down, because you can see over here the peak points. It's already reaching the peak points, and probably in the next few years it's gonna go down. That's what the trend over here is showing us for the sales for each year. Over here, the chain versus non-chain. Over here, you can see that for total, they are making a huge profit in Ontario. You can see 126.7 million, while the other states are pretty far behind. You can see over here for gasoline, Quebec is coming second, while normally British Columbia would have been a province which competes with Ontario. This time it's Quebec. But still over here you can see that Ontario is the best province to do the business. Okay, moving forward, let's go to our next business option. Okay, so we were over here. That's our gasoline business right over here. We just talked, just talked earlier about this, and there's a KPI which is showing the profit. If we are investing in the gasoline business, it's showing that we gain 360.14 million, which is around plus 23%. And moving to our next business, which is food and beverage. This is the one which I'm most excited about. Let's take a look at this one. Let's go to Tableau presentation right over here. And food and beverage. As you can see over here, the stability for food and beverages looks promising. Just look at the trend it's following. It was kind of slow in around between 2014 to 16, but it has gained a lot from there, and it's just going higher and higher. In 2019 it's around 476 million. That's great. And let's take a look at specific graphs. So this was the trend line which I just showed you, that it's booming higher and it's going to go higher in next years. So this is a good choice for a business. Here's a map comparison between chain stores and non-chain stores. Okay, as you can see over here, that's for Ontario. It's gaining huge profit right over here, chain stores and non-chain stores. But one thing that I wanted to say over here is that over here, actually the non-chain is making less profit considering the food department, while chain stores are making a huge profit. So there's not much difference, but still there's a lot difference we can consider for gaining profits. And these are the specific results for chain and non-chain. You can see over here that chain stores are making very low profit compared to the chain stores. There's like around 100 million less than the chain stores. And over here also we can see that Ontario is at the top. And that was the dashboard for my food and beverage industry, which is looking promising, as it's showing that trend of going upwards, and in the next few years it's gonna go even higher as we consider Ontario. Let's see for Ontario. That's for 2018 to 2019. It has grown twice. That's great. And moving forward, let's continue to our slides. Over here, let's see some KPIs. Oh, there we go. There's the KPI for my food and beverage industry. Look at the profit it's making, 660 million. That's great. That's excellent. And the goal is to grow by another 30 million in the next few years. Okay, going to the next slide, there's another KPI showing that Ontario is making the most profit, while followed by Quebec and British Columbia. So considering this is the best option. These are my market findings, which says that food and beverage as a chain store is the best. It gains huge profit and it's the best business to be done. And I would really like to thank Rick for letting me present this idea for my business, and you will find my business proposal in a Word document right over here, which is saying our motto that our store will meet all the grocery needs for the rest of all the food and beverage needs for the rest of the year, and this is looking really promising. All right, thanks.